Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for the semi-finals of the Vancouver Sevens. This one, the USA taking on Argentina, who are currently on a 13-match winning streak. Now, if they win the Vancouver Sevens, they will be on the longest running streak for any Argentinian rugby sevens team ever. So that is the goal that, of course, Los Pumas will have right around the corner to aim for, I should say. I'm very excited for this game. We've got France versus New Zealand happening just around the corner as well. In the starting lineup for the USA, it will be Neymar Fuala'au, also Joe Schrader, Kevin Williams, Malachi Esdale, Perry Baker, Aaron Cummings, and Steve Thomas. Seeing them for the Argentines, Luciano Gonzalez, Germain Schultz, Marcos Manera, Joaquim Palandini, Matthias Azadsuk, Santiago Alvarez, and Tobias Wade. So a formidable Los Pumas lineup. Whoever wins this game takes on the winner of that New Zealand versus France game, which is just around the corner. And the USA are considered as heavy underdogs for this matchup. The biggest underdog of any in the most recent round. We have got Hyle and Hamish says Robert, Argentina wins, says Juan Inacio Pedroso, and also Vamos Pumas, says Mikel in there as well. But do let me know your score predictions as well, ladies and gentlemen, for this contest. I believe the thing is, the USA had a much better quarterfinal match, being able to beat Great Britain 27 points to nil, I believe it was. Whereas Argentina had to scrape and claw to get themselves the win over Samoa, 14 points to 12. So if we're basing it off quarterfinal games, looking at the caliber of opposition, of course, Samoa are going to be taking on Great Britain very soon, so we'll see how they match up in terms of form. But I think that USA, aside from the Argentinian win streak, you'd say USA have a decent shot in this matchup. And that is something that doesn't often get said about this USA side up against top opposition. They're slowly making their way up a little bit higher. I believe they are currently ranked 10th on the circuit, so this would be a massive one for them if they're able to go far in the competition. It is going to be Neymar Fuala'au who will be kicking off this one for the USA. But how much did that game last night for Argentina take out of them? And how fresh are the USA after getting themselves a big win? Mariano has said, unfortunately, I only know bro of that one. Hopefully, Juan, would you be able to let me know what Mariano said? If you do know what he said, do let me know. That's going to be kicked off. Tobias Wade takes it nicely for Argentina. They are just inside of their own half. Luciano Gonzalez, we know how strong that man is when it comes to breaking the line, but he's taken down well by Fuala'au. Stopped him nice and early. When do start? So the game started 30 seconds ago. Now it's going to be through the gap. Palandini scores the try. Finally able to watch live, says Gus. Welcome in, mate. You have just seen the first try of the match from Los Pumas. That's what he asked, says Mikel. So yeah, it is now underway. And in the first 40 seconds, Argentina get themselves a try already. They are such a dangerous side when they find those gaps. The USA, don't get me wrong, they still have potential in this contest, but they can't afford to concede another quick-fire try for this Los Pumas side. Let's go, says Mikel. And Tobias Wade has been able to convert, adding the extra 2 points on the board. Now, hopefully the scoreboard does start updating itself very soon, ladies and gents. It's just taken a little bit longer than it normally would. Now, 5.5 minutes currently remaining in this first half. So plenty of time left. I see taken by the USA, about 35 metres out from their line. Aaron Cummings goes off to Fuala'au. Perry Baker, of course, in the starting lineup can be a massive asset for the USA when it comes to the way that they're able to attack, and that is going to actually be the penalty to the USA on the halfway line. And let's go, Sevens win for the Pumas, says Juan. Talking to Santiago Gomez Cora, the Argentine head coach since 2013. He has 2 cup titles. And he's got 230 tries to his name. Now, the scoreboard actually still not updating. Hopefully it does soon, though. This game, there was a slight delay in terms of when it was starting, due to the fact that Australia versus France in the women's game did run a little bit longer. Now for La'au to feed that ball in. Schrader manages to slap it back onto the side of the USA, but a bit more hustle from Hermaine Schultz means that it sits back up for Argentina. I think you'll break the record of most live streams done in a single day tonight. I don't think so. I think we're actually about maybe 5 or 6 short of what we have done in the past, believe it or not. Sometimes we would have a lot more of the sevens done alongside. That is a beautiful run forward. Azad Sok receives the pass, trying to make it 14 in a row, and he gets down and scores the try. Speedy Gonzalez. And Huamos says Blues, Nate. But 4 minutes remaining in the half, and already Argentina have got themselves their second try. If the scoreboard doesn't update soon, I think we're going to have to add one ourselves. We'll do that now. We'll go Argentina. We'll give them 14 points up against the USA, and we will put that there up until the scoreboard does start to update. Great work from Azatuk. He did actually have the support runner there if needed. In the end, he had just enough pace to be able to go himself. Argentina wins, says Juan. At the moment, I'm believing you. At this stage, 3.5 minutes remaining. Brilliant success rate for the USA throughout this competition. Anytime they've entered the opposition 22, they have almost scored a try every time. I believe they've just had one visit that was unsuccessful. Currently inside of their own 22 here. The USA going off to the right-hand side. Here comes Perry Baker. The pace of that man. He's hard to stop. Marcos Maneta won't catch him. And Perry Baker runs in the try for the USA. Trying to get back into this contest, but they will be considered as extremely heavy underdogs as we currently sit. 13 wins in a row at the moment, says Blues Nate. So yeah, if they were to win this, it would be 14. And then if they win the next contest, believe it or not, they would break Argentinian history. Perry Baker, as soon as he was through, he was gone at that point. You say they were $6 underdogs at the start of this contest, trying to keep their momentum flowing big time. But Perry Baker forces that one down. Kick is successful, and the score now sitting 14 points to 7. Update our scoreboard too with just the 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Yeah, not many sides have had this brilliant win streak that we have seen from Argentina. The last team to get a win streak similar to this, I believe, was New Zealand in the women's side of things. I think that the New Zealand men had a good streak not too long ago either. And then also the Blitzbox, of course, a little while ago had a fantastic run. Now going off to the right-hand side, Tobias Wade. Ball on the outside. Oh, we've at least got a scoreboard. It's almost kicking in. Palandini, number 14, already the 14 points on the board for Los Pumas, looking to make it 21 before the end of the half. Santiago Alvarez not able to break his way through. Joe Schrader shuts him down. Now going off to the left-hand side, Palandini. Inside border, Luciano Gonzalez can go back on the outside if he needs it, but instead goes inside to Tobias Wade. They've kind of put themselves in a bit of a hole there. Argentina, just one more pass from Gonzalez would have led to the try, but it doesn't matter because they're now only 1 metre out from the try line. Knock on. Oh, no, they're going back for the original penalty, though, for offside against the USA. And they have taken the quick dab. Tobias Wade, short border, Azatsuki's in again. 50 seconds left in the half. And he's picked up his double already. And go the Pumas, saludos desde Santiago de Chile. Says Jorge there. And vamos a los Condores, says Mikel. And there's an Argentina win, says Juan. They're doing well. Another big try for the Pumas here, making the score 21 points to 7. It is a high-scoring semi-final. I have a feeling that France versus New Zealand could be a little bit similar in terms of the amount of tries that we do end up seeing. They're just showing that they're on a 15-game winning streak in Canada. They are tied for the longest in history. South Africa between 2021 and 2022 were also able to bring up that record. Nicely taken by the USA. And gracias, the Kiwi lad, says Jorge. Now Steve Thomasin taken down by Tobias Wade. Cummings. You will see the scoreboard is slowly updating itself, getting closer and closer to what the actual score is, which is 21 points to 7. It's going to be kicked in behind and just not able to catch up with that one was the number 8, Malachi Isdale. And that'll be the end of the half. And let's go Argentina, says Ben. Yeah, brilliant first half. Compared to what we saw up against Samoa, where it seemed like they weren't quite able to play their natural game, the USA have given Argentina enough space and also have had enough tackle breaks there, the Pumas, to lead to 3 early impressive tries. 2 for Azatsuk, and of course the other one coming right near the start of the game for Joaquin Palandini. Second half will have to be a big one for the USA if they want any chance of fighting back into it. Of course, if it is 21-21 at the end of the full time, we will go to golden point. We've seen Argentina in a few battles recently going into extra time. Often, more times than not, they will walk away with the victory though. So from here, of course, with that 14-point lead, they'll be extremely confident. But with that factor added in as well, they'll be just that little bit more confident as well. First half possession, majority of which did go the way of the USA. Just a couple early mistakes from the US. Oh, okay, we've now got the scoreboard exactly where it should be. 21 points to 7. It has caught up. We are just around the corner from the second 7 minutes. And it absolutely flies by in the sevens. Now, I should mention the winner of this game will go on to face up against the winner of New Zealand versus France. That final will be taking place at 2:23 p.m. New Zealand time. The bronze final, the loser of this contest, they will be in action in a very short moment as well. That is at 1:10 p.m. New Zealand time. So in about 3 hours and 10 minutes. Argentina win. Consistent support for ball carriers has win your games. Says Blues Nate and excelente los Argentinos from Jorge there as well. But now Palandini will be kicking off this one from left to right. Get us underway for the second half. I will get rid of my scoreboard. There we go. We are ready to go. Can Argentina keep up this tempo? They've slapped the ball back and they've retained. Jermaine Schultz now has the ball in hand. Goes off to Luciano Gonzalez. Down to the left, Palandini. Gets it away to Tobias Wade. So down well by Steve Thomasin. Azatsuk, little grubber, attempted a mine. Marcos Moneta, has he got the pace? No, Perry Baker gets there and manages to beat Moneta in a foot race. Now Perry Baker looking for the offload to Cummings. They are only 10 metres out from their own line here, the USA. And the counteract from Argentina is good. They manage to get the ball passing out wide. Tobias Wade will score it. And that will be another try. They have started the second half exactly how they started the first. And that is with a try up their sleeve. Believe it or not, first try for Tobias Wade of the weekend. He has scored, or he has assisted so many tries already throughout Vancouver's competition. It's crazy to think that this is actually the first time that he's been able to cross that try line by himself. Now 28 points to 7. One-sided, to say the very least, ladies and gents, with the way that this one sits. A salud por el estornudo. There's Jorge. Amish is Mikel Das. Is your guy for Argentina. Says Blues Nate there. It's quite cool the amount of languages that you guys actually speak in the chat as well from all around the world. Of course, the Kiwi Lads viewers. 5 minutes remaining between these two sides. In fact, 5.5 minutes. And I'm thinking, mods one day, says a Blues Nate. Well, he's already got that membership, of course. Now going back to the halfway line, Argentina. They are back in position though. Palandini now sells a dummy as if he was passing. Gives it away to the big man, Augustin Fraha. He's through and he scores. This is domination from the Argentinians. 33 points on the board And they just don't look like they're going to be slowing down. 5th try of 2024 for Augustin Fraha. They just keep on going and going and going. And we got to remember the USA, they scored in the first half. It just doesn't look like they're going to have a chance to score in the second 7 minutes. This could get to 50 points. Kick from Argentina is good as well, making the score 7 points to 35 in favour of Argentina. Perry Baker is frustrated. He is yelling at someone on the sideline. I think that was either the coaches. Yeah, I think he might have been chatting to Mike Friday. I guess really nice to have lovely peoples to translate for the Kiwi lads. So here's the Blues, Nate. $999 points. They have said for, I think that's Gaston Ravol. 37 years of age. Now we'll be kicking off to the left-hand side. It's going to be knocked on by Schrader. They will go back for the original offside. The referee did warn him. Then as soon as there was the knock-on, just go right back to the halfway line for the USA. Steve Thomas seen missing the passing option to Perry Baker, but it gets away to Lucas Acamp. Now we'll play half, and you can see the frustration on Perry Baker's face. Mainly because the USA, I'm sure that they had some sort of plan of how to counter Argentina in the Sevens semi-final, and they've probably strayed about as far away from that plan as they possibly could have. Back across to the left-hand side, Perry Baker, skip pass out to Lucas Acamp, who's taking it well above his head. Now looks for the offload to Schrader, who's done extremely well because he was about to join the breakdown. Perry Baker, quick step and feet, tries to pass it on the outside, goes back to him. That's a tackle without the ball. Gaston Ravol asking for a penalty, but he was the one who took out the opposition. Now Cummings for the corner, offload on the inside to Madison Hughes. Double blow the whistle. Argentina will be going to the bin with Azutsuk now off the field for the next 2 minutes. I don't know if there's enough time remaining to get 3 extra converted tries. But this kick from Madison Hughes, it is a extremely tricky one and it has to go over. Hasn't got the distance. So USA need 4 tries now in the next 2.5 minutes. I would like to think that that's not possible. But then saying that, this is sevens and, it's not over till it's over. They might actually get within 7 with the amount of time remaining. Jorge says, you should drink Pisco Sour for the sneezes. That may not work, but it will make you happy, says Mikhail. And there as well. It seems to always be, I haven't sneezed other than on live stream today. But then saying that, I have live streamed for a lot of time. So the odds of me sneezing on it, probably quite high. I came in late, and who's going to win? Guess who I picked? Says Naz Williams. Well, I'd hope that you picked Argentina. I'll be honest, I thought USA were a decent shout in this game. I was wrong. They just didn't show up. They didn't play like they did in their last game up against Team GB. Penalty goes the way of Argentina there. Player not being able to roll away, got stuck underneath the breakdown. Now Argentina, they are willing to slow it down. Where to watch live says K Fitz. Depends on whereabouts you are in the world. If you are in New Zealand, it is on Sky Sport. I can never watch the series. Says K Fitz. Someone said that it's still on the HSBC Sevens website. But I believe the last time that I checked, I wasn't able to see it there. But it does depend on whereabouts you are in the world. Depends on your options for being able to watch the Sevens. 1 minute remaining. Azutsuk's still going to be off the field for a little bit longer. Another 15 seconds or so, but Gaston Ravol throwing this line out. Oh, okay. So Argentina have tied the record with South Africa in terms of the most wins consecutively in a row in Canada. They win this game, I believe they go to the top of that list, but that is slapped away by the USA. Be too little too late though. They already conceded those 5 tries. Going to be hard to come back from that. But of course the next game that is just around the corner, it is going to be New Zealand versus France. That will be determining who will be facing the winner of this contest, but now nicely fired out wide. Joe Schrader, one more pass, 30 seconds left on the clock. And up the halfway line, Madison Hughes, he will finish another one. He's going to get himself another try, gets a big hug from Elizalde as he goes in for the try. And we have got the Argentinian flags from Luciano there. And go the Pumas, says Jorge. So they will be through to the final, ladies and gentlemen. And that will be taking place in just under 4.5 hours. So it's a little wait to be able to get to it. Currently, the scheduled time for the final is 2:23 p.m. New Zealand time. So whatever the time is in Argentina, if you add 4 hours and 15 minutes, that is roughly when the final is. I don't think DuPont will make a difference against the AB Sevens. He hasn't done, or he doesn't have enough. Well, that's the thing. He's only come off the bench for France as well. Like, I guess they're trying to ease him into it, similar to what we might see for the UFC. Go get you some KFC. Cuz I think that is from Naz Williams, although it is 30 minutes away, the nearest KFC, and I am running off about 2 hours of sleep over this whole weekend, so that might not be the best idea. That one's kicked in a touch, though, from Argentina, and that'll be the end of this contest. 35 points to 19. They have taken out the victory, and they are moving through to the final to face the winner of the next contest, which is the next live stream we are going over to right now, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. You got pizza, though? I sadly do not know. It is also 30 minutes away, which is very sad. But we will see you all in a very short moment for the other semi-final matchup.